Hello, hello. And today's episode is about slowing down, and I hope I give you that mellow vibe right now. These are just gonna be quick tips. I don't even know if I want to call them tips. Quick, quick thoughts that you could take in or not. Um, but yeah, so some of these are things that I do, and some of these are just ideas. Um, yeah, so one of the things that I slow down on is dishes. And what do I mean by slowing down? Um, Hand washing dishes is very therapeutic, and you'll hear a lot of repeated themes in all these videos, but one of them is that's because, everything is intertwined and everything is, it's like a web of life. So you're gonna hear some repeats, but doing the dishes is one of them where I don't know. There's kind of like a wax on, wax off kind of thing for it, where it's feeling the water and feeling the warm water, feeling the soap, getting your hands a little dirty and greasy, taking your time to really scrub. It says a lot. It says a lot about just kind of enjoying the moment, enjoying another portion of the task that you did. So you cooked, you ate a delicious meal, and now you have to kind of do a task and clean up a mess that you made. And it's kind of a good metaphor for life too, because it's like, okay, we want to have the fun, we want to have the enjoyment, but we don't want to do any of the hard work. So we go to restaurants and we enjoy the being waited on. We enjoy being catered. We enjoy eating the meal, and then we just want to walk away. But then we lose so much connection to so many things. We lose how to talk to a waiter sometimes, or a waitress. We lose kind of that. Even the servers lose this ability to know what it's like to serve. Sometimes they're just all about the tip, and they just kind of forget like what it's that there's a human connection involved, and that you're feeding a human being, and that if a human being is tipping you so that you can survive. But anyway, that's kind of a little more extreme for just dishwashing. The idea is just to just be in the now, and that's what I mean by this whole video is it's to slow down. This video is not so much for the hustler. The hustler probably has to move a million miles a minute, but the hustler can still take these tips into consideration for other aspects that aren't business. So once again, the idea of dishwashing is just to take the time to not worry about anything else but the dishes. And this slowing down, every bullet they'll hit today will just kind of be of that same nature, is just to enjoy that one particular thing, case by case. Just enjoy this one thing, excel at it, do it well, get these dishes as clean as possible, smell the roses, enjoy that kind of stuff. And so, even though this is just one bullet right now, the idea is just to just slow down. We can blame the technological age of always wanting something and always wanting something quicker. A segue into that is this YouTube video. I've said many times before that I made this YouTube to be just kind of a one take, me talking. You get to see all the flubs and imperfections of everything, and it's very intentional because I've seen various YouTube videos, and it's maybe the particular style has played out by now, but I'm over this kind of like I'm gonna talk and then cut, and then it's like, okay, so clearly you edited like 5 seconds because whatever, and I know that's a style, but it's kind of annoying now, and it reminds me of a time when YouTube and other like video medias were just coming out, and I had filmmakers tell me, oh, well, you got to make these videos quick. You think of the company Vine and, what Instagram does with these like 5 second, 30-second videos. And it's like, well, how quick can you do it? People want things now, blah, blah, blah. You want the information now. You don't want to watch this whole long video. Like, I get it. But then there's just, it creates a mentality. It creates a rush. It creates an ADD. It creates an anxiety. And so, I don't want that. I prefer kind of, I don't want anything too slow. So for any of you, put in your comments, hey, speed up just a little bit. But um, I just don't want things to be just blah 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 blah. Like this deep breath and all that. It's kind of refreshing, and to have everything just speed and go to jump cuts and blah 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 for the sake of like you having to do something and you have time and your time is precious. It's like there's only so many hours in a day, and I get it. We want to use them sparingly and we want to use them as well as we can, but at the same time, it's like you are wiring your brain. I mean, it's just plain and simple. You're wiring your brain to always want things quicker, faster, and all that. And so, what happens when your cell phone gets outdated? When your internet is slow, what do? You get angry. You get up. You get frustrated. You get annoyed that things aren't faster, better. Uh, we live in a world where there's so many truly amazing things, and yet we'll still get upset that it's like, oh my god, this internet's so slow here. We'll even go to another country and just get upset. Oh, it's not the same. We don't even have this idea or perception of life where places are different. You still go to the mountains or certain areas, you're gonna get roaming. You're gonna get no cell service. You're gonna get a lot of that. And yeah, we're just like, oh, I want this, I need it now, I need it quicker, I need it blah blah. So this video about slowing down, that's what it's about. Just pick your battles, learn to slow down. Once you slow down certain aspects and appreciate like little things and silly things like dishwashing and all that, then you learn that then you just kind of go, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like we're just so like we want everything quick, we want everything, we judge people off of their progress and how quickly they progress. uh, how many heroes' journeys take forever? You think of the Odyssey and all that, and it's like those were spanning of years. You think of the Game of Thrones stories and those revenge things. They all took years and years and years, and that's life. It takes a while. So for us to always want to have things so quickly is becoming insane. Do you want to die just as quickly? No. So just take every breath, enjoy everything. I don't want to get into like yoga, or meditation or any of that, but there's just a lot of truth to just slowing down and enjoying that. Um, Segues for that, it's like I talked about gardening. I think I have a YouTube channel or not channel, but video for the gardening. It's like the beauty about gardening is that the plants aren't going to rush for you. We could probably do whatever genetic thing for it, but they're just gonna take their time. They're gonna take a while. And you think, okay, a seed needs to be planted, and it's gonna take months before you see it come to fruition, before weeks before they sprout, and months before they become something, and then even months before that before they become edible. And that's just a beautiful, beautiful metaphor for life. You just need to slow down and realize everything's a process and everything takes time. And life, as silly as it can be, sometimes scrubbing the floors, you don't want to do it, you want to hire somebody to do it, but boy, when you do it, you just realize, man, I don't want too many a-holes walking around on my floors. You learn, you appreciate certain things, you realize like the importance of things. You realize when you garden what works and what doesn't. If you hire a gardener, all you know is who you hired or who you hired or who you didn't hire, if that works or not. You don't know the process, you're going off of them. If you want to be jaded, they could be evil people. And I'm watching too many like sci-fi stuff with revenge and all that, so it's like they could be after you. And and what I mean by that is just like you're letting too many other people handle your business. So are you living your life, or are you just like hiring a bunch of people to kind of like puppeteer you? To be honest, do you think you're puppeteering them with all these throwing money at them and giving them jobs and giving them tasks, and you don't have to do anything, and now you get to drink your iced tea and just kick your feet up? But you're not learning anything, you're not doing anything. So what's your life? Your life's just a bunch of like having another one micro task. So it's just like, what do you want? And when you kind of slow down and take the time and enjoy, you know, take a deep breath, crisp morning air, smelling the flowers, When you walk slowly and pace and enjoy things. You see things develop. I remember in college, um, I had this debate of why I never was that person with the headphones on, and it was because I wanted to hear the world. I wanted to try to remember the world as is. And I always gave the analogy of like, you know how crazy it must have been to have that horse and buggy era and then the car, like in that transition where they're both coexisting. To hear horses and like a motor, to hear that kind of crowd, and that's why I never put headphones on, is because your band isn't going to go away. That song's always going to be there, and there's always going to be a way to listen to it. But these audio noises that we hear now, a plane flying over, soon drones, soon who knows what, and those are all changes that we get to say we've heard that no one else did. Like, I can only imagine some Egyptian pharaoh coming out of his place at a certain morning when he knows people aren't awake, and he just hears nothing, or just a bird, or you know what I mean? Like, you know how rare it is to find a place where you hear nothing? Like, there's so much white noise around that you don't even realize you're still hearing stuff. And that's what I'm saying, is slow down and enjoy it. Just enjoy this, when you're doing your walking, you're just slowing down and enjoying what it is, this world. When you're gardening, you're getting dirty and you're slowing down and you're creating life. When you're doing the dishes, you're cleaning up, and you're doing, you get to just just enjoy a task from completion to end, which in itself is beautiful. How many times have we heard like we need these micro tasks to feel good, to have something completed under our belt? Well, something as silly as dishes does the same too. You know, uh, this is gonna sound really silly. I chew slower now. I eat slowly, not painfully slowly. And if I have guests, I keep it normal. But what I mean by that is I don't use any. I try not to, but I don't really use any condiments. And you're going, whoa, what are you talking about? But my point is that like when you chew and you chew slowly, you're really tasting the foods. And when you're very conscious about that, and you're not just eating, um, you realize that certain foods taste good without the condiments. You don't need all those spices. You don't need to salt and pepper everything. Uh, you go to a restaurant, you get to truly taste what a chef made for you, how he made it, her made it, and you just kind of like really taste the foods. You go, okay, tofu has a certain thing to it. These noodles, rice noodles. This sauce, and then spices too. But then you like when you chew slowly and you just chew broccoli, nothing on it, just plain old broccoli, and you really examine what broccoli is, and sprouts and whatever other food. Just gets you thinking, gets you going and going, okay, this is how it is. And then you get to remember certain things, like, I'll eat a strawberry slowly and I'll just be like, okay, this is a very plump strawberry I got at the grocery store. Um, and it was juicy. Then you go to your neighbor's backyard and you grab his strawberries, and there are these tiny little strawberries, and you pop one in your mouth, and it's just so full of flavor. And like you just compare the two, and you've chewed slowly and you savored the food, and you go, oh my god, organic versus grocery bought, or whatever. But you just appreciate all these flavors. You're using all your senses. You're slowing down to not just see and to like want things quickly. You're smelling, you're touching, you're doing all these. It becomes very zen. And I'm sure there's a bunch of terms and books and everything that I can reference, but I'm just giving you my take of the same old thing, so that you can just kind of be like, okay, I relate to that better than this person talking over here. And so those are pretty much all my notes, and I think I've covered basically what I've wanted to talk about. And this is just meant to be like a, hey, slow down, stop and smell the roses, enjoy the little things, enjoy life, enjoy the people around you. Um, take your time, be weird about it. Just kind of, when you apply that lotion. do it slowly, you know. Just kind of, feel it. Just understand and feel everything and whatever. And so I hope I come off very weird today. I hope this video is like, what the F, this mother. But yeah, so that was it. And hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. And yeah.